Hey, it's Lori. I have a little Walmart haul for you. It's real small. It's just a fill-in haul, and then we're going to talk about the GLP-1 stuff. So you can see right here, I got K-Cups. I got the 100-count donut shop K-Cups, great value kind. And I did get a small container of Coffee Mate because we're probably going to run out before I get to Costco next. So other than that, I got a small half and half, which is kind of what prompted me to make this order in the first place. It was a delivery order because I'm out. So I wanted my half and half. And I grabbed, I'm also going to run out of this. I only have one left, I think. The Chobani yogurts. And I just went ahead and got the larger container. I can just portion it out myself instead of getting the individual ones. So I'll probably get some more of those when I go to Costco. And I got a couple of these for my lunches, a couple cottage cheeses, and I got some of these Oikos yogurt drinks. These things are really good. I even had John try it, and he said the same thing I said. This is the best pre-bottled protein drink I've ever had. And he said it was amazing. He said it is. It really is. So this is 23 grams of protein, and this is the pineapple mango. So I thought I'd try that. I noticed that this one was a little less expensive than this one. And then when I got them here, got them out of the bag, I'm like, oh, well, they're different though. So I looked into that. We'll talk about that in just a minute. This one's Oikos Pro. This one says Oikos Muscle. Yeah, it says Oikos Fusions Muscle. So see the difference in the packaging? But this one is the, what does it say? Mixed berry. And I got 2 of that kind. And this one is the strawberry. And I got 2 of those. I had some vanilla before, and it's really good too, but I didn't see that on the list for the delivery, but I also didn't scroll through every single one. I figured this was going to be enough for now. Just get 5 of them. And I'm actually going to go and put this away really quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, got that stuff put away. So I wrote down some notes here so I could remember everything to tell you about the 2 different kinds of the Oikos protein drinks. So the Pro, the one that says Pro on it, I only got 1 of those. It is, hey honey, you might want to listen to this information too I don't know if you usually don't pay much attention when I'm making a video. So as far as like actually paying attention to what I'm saying. So the Pro one is a post-workout muscle building and recovery drink. That's what it's formulated for. And the one that says muscle on it is specifically formulated for muscle retention and digestive support during calorie deficit weight loss, including GLP-1 users. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Both have 0 added sugars, no artificial sweeteners. The Pro uses ultra-filtered milk and a whey protein concentrate. The muscle one also has the whey protein, plus it has leucine. Is that how you say that? Yeah, okay. Leucine, vitamin D, and a prebiotic fiber. So that gives it 5 grams of fiber as well. So I just thought that was interesting because I didn't even realize I was ordering 2 different types. I noticed a little bit of a price difference because the one that just says Pro on it was like $1.97, and the other ones were $2.17, I believe. So it's not a big difference, but it's a small price difference. But I kind of wondered why. I'm like, I wonder why that is. Maybe nobody likes the pineapple mango. Anyway, so I wrote down some information about the GLP-1. I have a whole page here. I have 2 pages. So buckle up. No, I'm just kidding, but it shouldn't take me too terribly long to go through it. But yeah, I just want to give you kind of a rundown of things that I've noticed going into, I'm now going into my 3rd week of the GLP-1, and it's my 4th dose though, because since I'm doing it every 5 days, and I didn't write this down, but I'll just tell you that, so the first 2 injections were actually half of the starter dose, and it was 1.25. And after that, because the starter dose is typically 2.5, I don't know, micro, whatever it is, 2.5. I'm just going to say that. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm on the 1.25 every 5 days. I decided on my own to raise it a little bit. And so I just raised it up to 1.5 is all. So I didn't raise it much, but it seems to have really helped. So after my second dose, I went ahead and raised it on my third dose. And my fourth dose, I left it the same. So it's at the 1.5. And the reason I did that was because I was getting a lot of food noise. And especially towards the last couple days before it was time for me to dose again. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to raise it just a little bit. Because they did say after a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, I could raise it if I needed to, if I didn't see any results at all, which isn't necessarily the case there, but I was noticing some food noise. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do this small, tiny dose when I could just raise it a little bit. So I went ahead because I know if I would have talked to my doctor about it, he would have said, yeah, go for it. But anyway, so going into the third week, let's see what I'm noticing. I'm just going to kind of read what I have written. Okay, I've just done the fourth dose. Okay, yeah. What's different from the first 2 doses? So I talked before about the nausea. I'm not really feeling that at all anymore. So that's a good thing. But I still need to eat something in the mornings. I know that. I kind of realized that. But even if there isn't any nausea. And the thing about it is I'm not a morning eater. I just don't have any interest in food in the mornings. In fact, sometimes it kind of makes me like, ugh, I can't stand the thought of eating in the mornings. But I have to. So it's just very unappealing to me. And it always has been. It's always been that way. But now I need to have something. So I make it a protein. And if I can stand it, I'll throw in some fiber too. But yeah, like oatmeal with half an apple, and then I'll just eat the other half later. Or a piece of the Dave's Killer sprouted grain toast with a couple eggs. I'll have that sometimes. Anyway, yeah, if I don't eat in the morning, so later on in the day, I start feeling funky. Like I don't really know how to explain it. I just feel kind of out of sorts. And if I eat something, I feel better. So I know that's what it is. But I am used to eating 1 meal a day. I wrote that down. And I've done that for years just because it's what I like. I'm not like a strict, you know, intermittent fasting person or anything. I just kind of do it. It just kind of comes natural to me just because I don't like eating breakfast. And I feel pretty good throughout the day without eating. I don't really get hungry. Like sometimes I do. And if I do, I'll eat something. It's not like like I said, I'm not doing a strict, like, oh, I'm doing OMAD. I can't have that. If I'm hungry, I eat. So anyway, but I'm used to eating that one big meal in the evening, you know, and that's it. So, and I've done that for years. But what else did I write? Because I kind of wrote some of that stuff down, but I just said it. Yeah, I wrote down. So now I can't do that, but I still feel like I want that bigger meal in the evening since I'm kind of programmed for it. Yeah, but I do think I'm falling into a good routine with eating that's working for me with the Tirzepatide. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. I'm doing some small meals throughout the day, snacks really, more like snacks. And then I can still have my big meal later, my supper. So that satisfies my brain, you know? So I've been having a little something midday. So like at lunchtime, I'll have like a cottage cheese. Sometimes, I'll show you. Picked up some of these. Sometimes I'll have this with it if the cottage cheese doesn't feel like it was enough. It's just these craveable combos. It's like little, it's got cashews, dried cranberries, and a little bit of cheese in there. So sometimes I'll have that. I can't eat almonds. They give me sores in my mouth. I don't know why, but they do. I must have some kind of a sensitivity to them, but this doesn't have almonds. They had some other ones that did, but this has cashews, so it's kind of perfect. But, you know, it doesn't have, well, it doesn't say the macros on this. It said it on the wrapping that was around it, but it doesn't have impressive macros, but it also doesn't have bad ones either. So it's like not a lot of protein, not a lot of, you know, fiber and stuff. But anyway, it works. It's working for me. All right, now where was I on here? Yeah, a little snack pack thing. Then And then, okay, so I'll do that like for a lunch, like in between my jobs or whatever. And then in the afternoon, like after I'm finished working, maybe on my way home, sometimes I'll drink one of those protein drinks. That's when those come in real handy. I can just drink that and I'm good to go. So, and it does work. It does make me feel better. I feel fine. And yeah, and if I don't have that, sometimes like when I come home, I'll just have like a serving of protein, whatever meat we had the night before, maybe if we have leftovers. And sometimes I just don't like leftovers, but lately I've just been kind of eating to get it in, I guess. So eating because I have to. Okay, but yeah, that's what I do. And then later I'll have my supper, which is my big meal that my brain likes. And that will be like a protein, a veggie, and maybe some kind of like protein pasta or some quinoa, or even a piece of the Dave's Killer bread toasted, the sprouted grain kind. That's what kind I like. And that satisfies me pretty well too. So yeah, and then there's still room after that. There's still room in my macros for an evening snack. And so far I've been having that evening snack because I usually need to up my protein just a little bit. And it's nice to have that evening snack. So yeah, so far it's always been a yogurt. The individual yogurt cups with grape nuts on it. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of fruit on top, like berries. We have a bunch of frozen berries in the freezer here, so that's never a problem. We have plenty of those. And a couple times I've put those on it too, but mostly just the yogurt with grape nuts on it. And then, yeah, and if I feel like I need something else, and sometimes I do, sometimes I just feel like, gosh, I kind of like to have something salty, something crunchy and salty, you know, but I don't like to have like chips or anything like that. So I'll have some Triscuits, and that really hits the spot. And 6 Triscuits is a serving, and sometimes I'll just eat like 3 or 4, and I'm perfectly 100% satisfied. So that satisfies the sweet, the salty, the wanting to snack in the evening, satisfies all that, and it's working for me. And it all fits my macros, the macros that are working for me. So let's talk now about my weight. So I am down a total of 7.8 pounds. So that's an additional 3 pounds from last week. So I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I cannot complain. So, all right. That's the update on that. Told you about the yogurts, so I guess I can throw those notes away now. If I need to remember what I said, I'll have to look back on my video. But yeah, I've got John's flowers here. He's over here at the table with his arm propped up on a pillow, just hanging out, looking at his phone, having him some coffee. Yeah, but he's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. A little sore, but that's to be expected. Huh? You want another cup of coffee? He thinks I'm his waitress now, apparently, but I hate to tell you, he can do it one-handed if he wants to.
Down.
Huh?
Down.
You're what?
I'm down.
You're down?
I've been put down.
You've been put down? Well, I'm gonna put you down. All right. I guess I'm gonna go make my husband a cup of coffee. How long have I been talking? Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll keep it short and sweet this time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.